up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a great day, an amazing Christmas, and a happy new year. So it is 2015 and therefore it is time for my yearly beauty favorites. As last year I split them into 3 parts, I do the same thing this year as well. Today we're going to start out with skincare. There's makeup and hair care and perfume, accessories kind of things coming as well. So keep your eyes peeled for these videos as well. I know you guys really like when I talk about skincare, which I really appreciate you guys for. And yeah, grab yourself something to drink, something to eat, as I have a lot to say, a lot to share. I hope you guys are interested, and if you are, stay tuned. So my personal philosophy towards skincare is to be as gentle as possible. So when it comes to contents of skincare, I really try my hardest to steer away from heavily scented products in the first place. Products that have a lot of irritants like essential oils. I know that a lot of organic brands like to use essential oils that are dangerous to skin too, like lavender oil, which can be like phototoxic. It can cause cell death in skin as well. There are a lot of issues that fragrance and essential plant oils can do the skin. I just like to educate myself as much as I can. So this is just one part of how I like to go about skincare. I don't like to use scrubs or anything that is going to be too harsh on my skin as well. So the product that I talked about that I was very happy about was Vichy's Aqualia Thermal Serum. Now, it sounds kind of hypocritical when I tell you guys that this one has a little bit of fragrance to it, which totally stands against my philosophy towards skincare. Though I have to mention that fragrance in this one is listed last on the content list, which to me still, I mean, it's there, I know it's there, I can smell it a little bit. The smell isn't off-putting or anything, but it's there, though the concentration of the scent has to be pretty low considering it is so far down the ingredient list. So at the end of the day, that kind of made me justify using it on my face on a daily basis. I would so wish for Vichy to produce the serum without the completely unnecessary fragrance, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. I love the serum anyways because the texture and how incredibly moisturized my skin was after I applied it was very much one of a kind. I never experienced a water-based serum, which this one is, to be that moisturizing on a longer period. I think my skin was fairly moisturized without adding any oil on top for about 2 hours straight, which is completely new to me when it comes to a serum especially. All in all, I would recommend this serum for all skin types, even if you have the oiliest skin. I think you would very much like this serum. For all of you who have dehydrated and dry skin, trust me, this will be your new best friend. Talking about new discoveries in 2014, I have yet another great product to share with you guys that I think I bought around September, October of last year that ever since I used, I could not lay it off anymore. It is one of those products that I would indeed entitle as a perfect product. It doesn't irritate skin, it doesn't have fragrance at all. It has a whole host of incredible ingredients for skin. So therefore, I am talking about the Paula's Choice Clinical 1% Retinol treatment that is meant for all skin types. This one has peptides and vitamin C in it. Retinol is the known gold standard in anti-aging. So when it comes to fine lines and wrinkles and firmness in your skin that is a concern for you, I would very much try out a retinol to begin with. I stated in a couple of videos back that I started to have some fine lines popping up here and there, which really bothered me, and ever since I've been using a retinol, these fine lines are definitely not as perceivable or not as deep as they used to be. So all in all, to me, this is the perfect product, as I mentioned before. I can very highly recommend it if you haven't tried anything like that before. And yeah, moving on to the next product. So the next product that I'm going to talk about is an absolute necessity in my everyday skincare routine. I literally feel naked when I don't apply it, and I really try my hardest to apply it every single day before I leave the house. And in this instance, I'm just talking about SPF. SPF is the most important, the most vital part in my skincare routine, as I'm very, into anti-aging and preventing a lot of skin damage, wrinkles, and all that comes with it with SPF. In fact, SPF is really, honestly, the only true anti-aging preventative measure that you can take when it comes to not having wrinkly skin in the future. But I digress. This one is my absolute favorite mineral sunscreen. I think I talked about it on my channel a lot. It is the John Masters Organics SPF 30 Natural Mineral Sunscreen. What I like about this one especially is that it doesn't feel like a classic mineral sunscreen. It doesn't feel pasty at all. It's pretty much the opposite. It is a very creamy SPF that when you apply it, it tends to have a little bit of a white cast, but not so much that I would bother. As you can see, I'm super pale, so to me it's still okay. It doesn't feel sticky or just gloopy and too weird on the skin so much that you don't want to apply anything else like makeup on top. I think it's a great base for makeup though, because it doesn't disrupt foundation or anything. It's very moisturizing, so for all of you who have combination to oily skin, very oily skin, wouldn't enjoy this one as much, but for all of you who have very dehydrated and dry skin like myself, this one is a great option if you're looking for a mineral sunscreen. Moving on to an oldie but a goodie, and this product definitely has been true and tried by yours truly for a long time. And it's one of those products that I definitely don't ever want to miss in my daily skincare routine. It has done some great effects on my skin. This one is a glycolic acid treatment or a chemical peel that I like to use maybe twice a week sometimes. It's really dependent on how my skin looks and feels. 10% is, to me personally, and for my skin for instance, the perfect percentage, the perfect strength to pack a punch on my skin to really smooth it out, make it firmer and more glowy. And yeah, I've been using it for years and years. I can very highly recommend doing your research about glycolic acid. If you have dry skin, I think glycolic acid is the best choice for exfoliating the skin on a mild basis. As I don't like to use scrubs or any manual exfoliants, to me this is the bee's knees, and I can highly recommend it. Let's talk about facial masks. A woman's perfect pamper routine has to include some kind of facial mask these days, I feel like. And I myself am one of those people. I so enjoy these kind of treatments. However, after researching so much about skincare in general and facial masks and just the ingredients of skincare, I have to say that in actuality, I feel like that almost 99% of what I have seen from high end to low end and everything in between is a load of crap. And it's kind of hard to determine sometimes because the ingredients in facial masks are so many that it's just ridiculous to sometimes just use them on the face. But anyways, I have literally searched. I was on a hunt for a while to find the perfect facial mask that I can use without worrying that I'm going to harm my face more than I do good. So I have found two facial masks that I used throughout 2014 that I just so love and that I can highly recommend to you guys. Starting out with the first, which is by Clinique, and this one is their Moisture Surge Overnight Mask. This one, please don't get fooled with the overnight claim. It doesn't have any retinol or potentially irritating ingredient in it that is just supposed to be used during the night. You can use it any time of day for however long you want. I have tried it overnight. I have left it on for 24 hours too, and it is a charm to use. This one is a fairly well formulated facial mask that is fragrance free, that is just perfect for replenishing dry skin. It has some water binding ingredients as well as I think some antioxidants, and I just really can highly recommend it. I love the texture. It's very creamy and thick, and it doesn't irritate skin. The other facial mask that I have found to be worthy as well is by Pi. And with this product, I'm not 100% positive whether you can buy this as a singular product like this, or you have to buy the set that comes with their Rosehip oil. It is called the Rosehip BioRegenerate Rapid Radiance Mask, which I personally haven't found to be that radiance giving or enhancing at all. To me, it was more of a very hydrating mask that has their incredible Rosehip oil, which is by far my favorite Rosehip oil on the market. And I don't leave this mask on for only 8 to 10 minutes, which is what the tub says. I leave it on for about 30 minutes because I feel like that after a while it starts to absorb a little bit better into the skin, and then I can wash it off with a muslin cloth. And yeah, I really like this one. It has some great ingredients. It is a great, again, very creamy, thick texture to replenish dry skin. Feels great, it smells great without having fragrance inside, and yeah, love it. And I have yet another Paula's Choice product to share with you guys, which this one is her lip and body treatment balm. With this one, I'm quite certain that I have not mentioned on my channel so far, and I have no clue why, because I very consistently used it throughout 2014, and I've been just so loving it. To me personally, I think it's the best lip treatment I have ever used. It is her lip and body treatment balm that has incredible ingredients if you have dry skin, or if you have like crackled heels or elbows or any sorts of like dry skin on your body. This one has ingredients like lanolin, castor oil, vitamin E, shea butter, beeswax, and so on. So very good, high quality ingredients that help replenish dry lips. I mean, it has a Vaseline, so a petrolatum base to it, which definitely feels like Vaseline if you apply it. However, it doesn't feel sticky or tacky, or the finish of it is not too glossy either. So what I like to do with this one is to really just slather it on like a thick layer of this on my lips before I go to bed or anywhere else, and wake up the next day with still some residue of this left and some soft, like seriously soft, hydrated lips. Highly recommend it again. It's a great product that I think it's fairly affordable compared to, let's say, like the Nuxe Rev de Miel, which didn't really do it for me, even though it was a product that I loved for a long time. It just doesn't compare to this one. Another category in skincare that is imperative if you have very dry skin like myself, in particular, are the use of facial oils. And I'm talking about the good ones, the ones without fragrance and a crap load of other nonsense ingredients. I'm talking about pure oils like argan oil, jojoba seed oil, and so on, or rosehip oil is great too. In this instance, I have chosen another one that I incredibly love to use. It is an amazing facial oil. This one is by Timeless and it's from their Pure range. And this one is squalane oil. That is a very popular ingredient in the cosmetic industry. I think Elizabeth Arden uses squalane as like her signature ingredient in a lot of her skincare. And squalane is very well known for its like anti-aging claims. It is a skin identical ingredient too, and I think in form of an oil, it works very well on my skin. It's very like smooth. It has like a cushiony texture to it when you apply it. I think it feels smoother than a lot of the oils that I usually use, like for instance jojoba oil. I love jojoba oil of course too, but this one just feels a little bit different. All in all, I can highly recommend it. I think anything from Timeless really is a great alternative to a lot of the high-end brands that you can get. I think this one was around $20, maybe $25, and you get a lot. So go check out Timeless. I'm going to link their website down below. They're amazing. In 2014, I also started to introduce toners into my daily skincare routine. And ever since I did, I have not looked back because I have found them to be one of the most misunderstood and underrated products on the market so far. toners are just great for all sorts of things, like hydration problems. There are acid toners out there that are more like a mild version of like an acid treatment. There are astringent toners for like acneic skins and so on. So I personally have chosen 2 toners for my daily skincare routine. Of course, the hydrating ones and the acid ones. And the hydrating one that I have been using so much in 2014 and that I have at least 3 backups now is by MAC. I know, very surprising, right? And this one is from the Lightful collection. It is called the Marine Bright Formula Softening Lotion. As far as I'm concerned, this entire Lightful line was inspired by Asian skincare, hence the name Lotion. It is just a classic watery toner that you can apply on a cotton wool and then sweep over your face, or just use a couple of drops in the palm of your hands and then pat it on top of your skin. I think hydrating toners are a really great alternative for all of you guys out there who have extremely oily skin and you just can't get yourself to use something that is creamy or just too hydrating. Therefore, hydrating toners are perfect because they're so thin in texture and at the same time very effective that I would recommend them to all of you guys. If you have dehydrated and dry skin, this one works very well too. So go look ahead if you can still find some of the Lightful collection in MAC stores. I would very much recommend them. Last but not least, I'm going to share with you guys today my newest secret for combating dry skin for a longer period amount of time. And this one was so obvious, and it's like one of those super staple, very simple products that don't have much to them, but they just work. And I'm talking about the Eucerin Aquaphor Repairing Ointment, which this one is a petrolatum based, a Vaseline based product. It is basically Vaseline and a little bit more. I like to see this product as like a coat, like the last step of my skincare. Just like when you would apply something like a makeup setting spray just to, you know, set in and seal your makeup. I like to apply that, as I said, at the very last stage, like after I applied my moisturizer or my oil, and then use a thin layer of this, apply it on, let it leave it on for a couple of minutes, and then I can go to bed without the fear of just, you know, smearing all of those great ingredients on my pillow pretty instantly. Yeah, so I can highly recommend it. Every time I used this one and woke up the next day, my skin was still pretty decently moisturized. It never broke me out or anything, it never clogged my pores, but again, I don't have problems like this. So if you have like combination to oily skin, very oily skin, I would definitely not recommend it. But dehydrated and dry skin people, I think would very much enjoy this one. So yeah, these were my 2014 yearly beauty favorites. Keep your eyes peeled for my makeup favorites and for like hair care and perfume favorites as well, because they're coming next. And yeah, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up because that would help me out quite a lot. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to see more content of this if you liked it. And I wish you guys a beautiful day and I see you very soon. Bye!